Welcome back, YouTube, to another soccer slash football prediction. It's your boy Freddy Da Silva. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe so you won't miss any future soccer predictions. All right. Today's prediction video will be for Sunday, April 6th, and I have a 4-game slate for you guys. This will be for the Premier League. Like always, I'll talk about the teams. I'll let you know if there's any injuries. I'll talk about the total, and I'll give you my predictions. But before we talk about it, because we're going to talk about it, we already know we're going to talk about it. I want to have some fun in the comment section, guys. Let's put your predictions, whatever your prediction is. If you want a shout out, put hashtag ride with my bet or hashtag RWMB. That way I know that you want a shout out. And if you don't want a shout out, but you still want to put your prediction, put your prediction in the comment. Let me know what you got. And then I'll give you guys a shout out, win or lose. If you win, I'll continue to ride with you until basically you lose, right? What I want to do eventually, once we get like maybe 100 subscribers or more, once we get something going on, maybe I can do a giveaway if you hit a 10 straight streak bet, right? If you get right 10 days straight, I'll do a free giveaway for the person that got it right. So yeah, let's start having some fun in the comments, guys. Come on. Let's build this community up. So all right. Now we can talk about it. We gotta talk about it. Like always, we gotta talk about it. I did not hit 100%, unfortunately, but check this out. I said Everton was going to score a goal, right? I put Everton to score a goal. Boom, I hit that one. I did not do the Crystal Palace for that same reason, and I was going to put for them to win, but I did not pull the trigger on that, which I should have because they ended up winning 2-1. But regardless of the situation, I did say that it was going over 2.5 in the video before, and it did. I also said Brighton was going to be under 1.5, which it did. So I ended up putting Wolverhampton, believe it or not, I ended up putting Wolverhampton to win. And I mean, I'm showing you my predictions right here so you can see I got that. I did not do the West Ham because same thing. I did not trust that one. So I didn't put it. I put Aston Villa and Nottingham to go over 2.5. That one I was for 100% sure it was going to hit. And guess what? It hit. I also put Alaves to score a goal, which they did. They actually won the game with that one goal. But another one that I was excited about, and the reason why I'm excited about is because I'm a Barcelona fan, and I'm a PSG fan, as you can see in the shirt. But we'll get to that in a second. The reason why I'm happy about this one, I put Valencia to score at least a goal. They were at 0.5, and I knew they were going to score a goal because of the Real Madrid situation with the goalies and everything that's going on with them. So not only did they score a goal, they ended up winning the game. Oh my God, I couldn't believe it. So I got that. What else did I put? I put Celta Vigo. Yesterday when I did the bet, or not the bet, but like when I talked about this Celta Vigo versus Mallorca, both of them were at 0.5. Then when I went to go do the bet, all of a sudden they both went from 0.5 to 1.5, and I couldn't believe that. I was like, what? I know Celta Vigo is going to score, but I know they're not going to make two. There's just no way they're going to make two, right? They haven't been able to do this in a fat minute, but guess what? They ended up hitting that two, that over 1.5. So if it was at 0.5, I would have won that one because that's what I was going for. When I saw the 1.5, I was like, there's no way they're going to do this. So I did an under. It ended up, I should have never done the bet, but I was like, you know what? Like, they haven't done this in a minute. Like, I don't think this is going to happen, right? And they ended up screwing me over. So I was like, whatever. I see more green than red. I ain't even tripping on that. I only got 2 wrong out of all the bets I did. All single bets. That's a win. For me, that's a win. The only one that hurts me the most is Barcelona. Barcelona is the only one that really hurts me because I'm like, bro, like Real Madrid lost. You should have won getting those extra 3 points, but they got one more. They're on the top of the table. What can I say? Well, I can't complain about it, right? But that would have been beautiful. And then, of course, I put PSG to win, right? Just because they were playing the same day. So I was like, you know what? Like always, I'm just going to throw them in the mix when they're playing. They're on the streak. Why not? But anyways, guys, let's start this video up. We're talking too much. Whole 5 minutes. Anyways, here we go. First on the list, I have Brentford versus Chelsea. Brentford do have 6 injured players, but they are playing at home. Chelsea only with 1 injured player and 4 questionable. I'm going to be honest with you. I think Chelsea could win this one. Even though they're not at home, I feel like they can win this one. Brentford haven't been all that great. They got only 2 wins in their 5 most recent games. They got 2 L's and 1 draw. Chelsea with 4 wins and 1 L. You know what I mean? Like, it should be pretty simple, right? They ended up beating Tottenham 1-0. So if they can beat Tottenham, well, right now, I guess, who can't beat Tottenham, right? But regardless of the situation, I feel like Chelsea could win this one. As far as their 5 most recent games, let's see, Brentford have won twice and Chelsea only won. So now that's something to watch real close, because for Chelsea to only win 1 time in their 5 most recent head-to-head is wild. As far as a draw, they have done that twice in their 5 most recent head-to-head. So, but their total points sitting at 3. Now, it has gone over once in their 5 most recent head-to-head. Other than that, it has not gone over. So I feel like this will probably most likely will be under 3. So that's probably what I'm going to roll with the most, is the total points under 3. But I might put Chelsea to win straight up. So yeah, that's probably what I'm going for. As far as the team total points, they're both sitting at 1.5. Now, Brentford, their most recent game between these 2 teams, they did not go over that. But they have gone over 3 out of their most recent 5 games. So I don't know about putting the over 1.5 or even under, because that's super risky. Now, let's see the 5 most recent games from Brentford. As far as them going over 1.5, they've only been able to do this twice in their 5 most recent games. Chelsea, on the other hand, they've only been able to do this once. So that's why I'm saying I think the best bet here will most likely be total points under 3. That's just, to me, that just seems like the best bet right here, right? They haven't written, I feel like this could be a 2-1 maybe, or a 1-1 or 2-0. It won't go over 3. So yeah, give me total points under 3. And as far as the win, I'm going to go with Chelsea. They got the least injured players. Why not? All right, on to the next one I have. Fulham versus Liverpool. Fulham are at home with 2 injured players. Liverpool with 4 injured players and 2 questionable. Liverpool have nothing really to go for. That they already lost the Carabao Cup. I think they already lost the Champions League. So they really got nothing to worry about as far as outside of the Premier League. So I feel like now their most focus will be staying number 1 in the Premier League. So I feel like Liverpool will win this one, even though lately they haven't been all that great. 3 wins, 2 L's. But I can't say much about Fulham. They only got 2 wins, 3 L's. So what can you really say about Fulham, right? The 2 most recent games from Fulham, 2 L's. So I'm not gonna put my money on Fulham for sure on this one. This is a risky game. This is probably gonna be one of the riskiest games right here. But as far as a win here, I'm gonna just say Liverpool. Even though they're not at home, I feel like they are still the favorite team. Now I know they got 400 players, 2 questionable, but I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like they could pull this off. But this could also be a tie. I would not be surprised if this ends up being a tie, to be honest with you. But all right, 2.5 is the total points. As far as them covering this 2.5, they've covered this 4 out of 5 times. 4 out of 5 times they've covered this 1.5 between these 2 teams going head to head. So to me, that's probably where I'm going. Over 2.5. Let's see, the 5 most recent games from Fulham, they've covered this point 0.5. Their team total sitting at 0.5, by the way. As far as them covering this, they've done this 4 out of 5 times. So yes, I feel like Fulham could score a goal on this one. As far as them going head to head, that 0.5, they've covered this 5 out of 5. So yes, I feel like Fulham could score a goal on this one. They're at home. They got that advantage. Why not, right? As far as Liverpool, they're sitting at 1.5. And as far as them covering this, the 5 most recent games, they've covered this 4 out of 5 times. That's another thing too. See, so this feels like it could be a 2-1 game. Liverpool 2, Fulham 1, right? Or I don't know, 3 or 2-2. I don't know. This is gonna be a good game. So yes, give me over 2.5. Give me Fulham over 0.5 and Liverpool over 1.5. I feel like all of these, whichever one pays the most for you guys, I feel like this is gonna happen. So okay, on to the next game. I have Tottenham versus Southampton. Now, Southampton did end up tying against Crystal Palace. Don't know what happened there for Crystal Palace, but Southampton, they're in the bottom of the table. Now, Tottenham, not all that great, obviously, right? Will they bounce back on this one? Will they be able to bounce back here? Don't know. If they lose this one, then that lets you know how bad, how terrible they really are right now. This is their chance to bounce back from being bad, right? They only got one win in their 5 most recent head-to-head, 3 L's, 1 draw. Southampton, 1 draw, 4 L's. So this should be Tottenham's, get back. So I'm going to say Tottenham to win here. I'm not surprised if they end up tying, though. The 5 most recent head-to-head between these two teams, Tottenham have won 3 out of 5 games, and they have tied twice in the 5 games. So Southampton have not been able to beat. Oh, I apologize. Southampton have won once in their 5 most recent games. So that means Tottenham have won twice and tied twice. Do I feel like Southampton would be able to win this one? No. But I do feel like maybe they can score. Let's see, the 5 most recent games from Southampton, as far as them covering this 0.5, they've covered this 3 out of 5 games. 3 most recent games, they have covered this. So that means they scored a goal against Liverpool, they scored a goal against Wolverhampton, and they scored a goal against Crystal Palace. So yes, I feel like Southampton could score a goal here, especially because Tottenham, they're not all that great. As far as them allowing their opponents to score, they've allowed this 4 out of their 5 most recent games. 4 out of their 5 most recent games. So do I feel like this can happen? Yes, I feel like Southampton could score a goal here. Now the total's sitting at 3.5. I don't think this is going to go over 3.5, even though they has gone over 4 out of 5 most recent games between these two teams. But the most recent was last year. This year, totally two different teams. So do I feel like this is going to go over? No, because that one time it did not go over was 2021. I feel like this will be the next time it didn't go over that 3.5. This could be a 2-1, don't get me wrong, but I don't feel like it'll go over 3.5. So give me total points under 3.5. Southampton to make a goal, and maybe Tottenham to win here or a tie. So, but yeah, okay, on to the next game. We have Manchester United versus Manchester City. Ooh, this is going to be a good game, guys. This is going to be a real good game. All right, injuries. Oh, I don't know if I talked about injuries on the Tottenham and Southampton. So just so you guys know, Tottenham have 3 injured players, 2 questionable. Southampton with 4 injured players, 1 player with a red card and 1 questionable. Now, let's get back to the Manchester clash. Manchester United versus Manchester City. Injuries, they're both sitting with 5 injured players and 2 questionable. Cannot make that up. Both of them, 5 injured players, 2 questionable. That is hilarious. As far as the total points sitting at 2.5, the most recent 5 head-to-head between these two teams, as far as it going over, it has gone over 4 out of 5 times. So will this go over? Most definitely, yes. This would go. This could be a 2-1 or a 2-2. I don't know. I mean, they've only tied once in their 5 most recent games, but yes, I feel like this can go over 2.5. Now, team total points sitting at 1.5 for both of them. One of them is not going to make 2. And I feel like the one that is not going to make 2 is probably the one you guys think will make 2, which is Manchester City. I feel like they probably won't score 2. In the 5 most recent head-to-head, they've only been able to cover this 1.5 2 out of 5 times. But Manchester City, same thing with them. They've only been able to cover this twice. So, as far as who's better this season, Manchester City surprisingly are the better team. But yeah, I feel like one of these two teams are not going to make that 1.5. I don't know who it is. I'm really thinking that maybe Manchester City won't, just because they're not at home. But they are the better team and they could do this. As far as allowing their opponents to score, Manchester City have allowed their opponents to score 4 out of 5 times. As far as them allowing this 1.5, they've allowed this once. So they have allowed their opponents to go over 1.5 once. So, but Manchester United have covered this point 1.5 2 out of 5 times of their most recent game. So, yeah, this is going to be a tough one, guys. This is going to be a tough one. But yes, I do feel like this could go over 2.5 as far as the total. And I win here, I'm going to have to say a tie or Manchester City to win. But yeah, this one's going to be a tough one, guys. So it's up to you what you feel that you want to do as far as a win. Me, personally, I'm going to go with the over 2.5 as far as a bet here. But yeah, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. I hope the information I gave you was good enough for you guys to make the right choices. I hope you guys end up making a lot of money. But most of all, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So I'll catch you on the next one. Deuces.